a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore. From Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
They go play action with Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum going. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson flushed out right. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started, because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
A give running right is Hall, and he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson, open man is Uzomah. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. after one on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Ball again on 2nd down. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Wilson. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now stands at 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They go play action now. Jackson. will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. But let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Give to Hall running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 44, Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson, he'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
This pass complete, Jackson finding Andrews. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Dobbins running out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain you...
Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Ojabo, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On third down, Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Berrios. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. For Zach Wilson, you have to figure if you're going to be drafted number 2 overall, you better have a big arm, and he does not disappoint there.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run with Hall, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation. Kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Now Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Quinnen Williams
So hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through